is the CEO of Palantir, the most powerful AI surveillance company in the world. Notice anything about his body movements?
When we began talking, annoying each other 10 years ago, hopefully I'm annoying you as much as 10 years ago, or more, when I made you know this, every decision...
He's bad at sitting, isn't he? This man is in charge of building the most powerful surveillance machine here in the United States of America. The founder of Palantir, Peter Thiel, is one of the most powerful men in the country. He funded Vice President J.D. Vance's career. He basically planted him into the White House. Here he is, trying not to melt.
Kills thousands of Americans by denying them cover. What would you say to them?
First of all, I want to say this man ain't probably heard shit this interviewer was asking him.
It's... I don't...
And don't forget Elon Musk, whose companies have also been acquiring many military contracts since...
How could we forget about you, Elon? I always talk about you.
Trump's been in office. Here he is, feeling good.
To get to the bottom of the problem, they've acted very well. And there are other institutions, too, that are acting, but Harvard's trying to be a big shot. And
these are the men in charge of building America's techno-authoritarian surveillance state. Don't you feel like we're in the best steady hands?
And they got us heavily under surveillance, but we don't even know who the fuck these motherfuckers are. We want to watch y'all motherfucking ass.
Don't worry. I did the fucking research. 2021, this was voted on. 2 countries. Only 2 said no. To make food a human right. Make food a human right. Israel and the United States. Yeah. Like, what do you gain from saying nah? They literally would have nothing to lose if they would have just voted yes. It would have just been like, oh no, give people food. Whoa! Don't worry.
So they voting to give us food, first off. And then had a nerve to show us that it's 2 motherfuckers that said no. And I told y'all to get out the U.S., but let me take y'all here. Let's go here.
So what are we doing here?
I think
Wait, we can go here.
Over for America. You guys are going to have to give us back everything. Listen to what they are teaching the first graders now, y'all. Now, they're still trying to lie to them and tell them that it's the Native Americans, but...
Wait, y'all, we can't get too off. We can't get too off. I got a lot of shit to show y'all. That's why I'm putting it together. But let's keep it together. Hold on. Yeah, all this shit. It's fucking ridiculous. I said, if I see one more motherfucking thing, bitch.
Have you guys seen Florida's new license plate? Oh my friggin' God. I want you to take a look at it. And I want you to tell me what you think. I'm alarmed and I am confused because all of a sudden everything about the U.S. seems not to be about the U.S., but the U.S. paying tribute to this other little country who seems to have us by the balls, and I don't understand it. But go ahead. Take a look at Florida's new license plate, and then I need you, really need you to tell me what you think and what you feel, because I'm trying to justify the things that I am thinking, and I'm trying to validate them. Just let me know what you think in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Appreciate it.
This is sad because we just seen a video how Israel and the U.S., which is what Florida is, just voted for no fucking food. Ain't that some shit? Now, all this other shit I want to show y'all in the U.S., this was the main one.
What the fuck is going on? Why is everybody fleeing the United States? You kind of get that feeling, you know what I mean? No traffic going into the United States. This is actually kind of silly. Look at that traffic going to Canada. When I first got here, it was actually kind of disconcerting. Like, I'm like, did Trump do something? Like, did they announce the purge or something? Like, I know he announced the Hunger Games the other day.
I told y'all ass to get out.
That's U.S. Customs and Border Protection wanting to get back. They're just going into the customs office. That's how they get in. You can see they're buzzing themselves in. That's how they have to get in on a busy day like today. I kid, but, you know, they have a Maryland girl locked up in Louisiana at an ICE detention center right now who's an American.
I was gonna say, Trump, you ain't got to put me out. Just give me the motherfucking bands and bitch, I'm out of here. You trying to keep a motherfucker here. That's what you trying to do. I want out. And a lot of people who need to get, y'all won't leave, bitch. If you can leave the U.S. motherfucker, hey, just leave this. But where you going, bitch? All right, y'all don't know. Come get me. We can find some motherfucker where to go at this goddamn place. But no, it's not no scare tactic, bitch. Leave these motherfuckers here with nothing. Right. You are contributing to them. Go find another fucking country to contribute to.
American citizen with an American birth certificate, and they have locked her up at an ICE detention facility anyway and said, oh, we don't believe you. They're locking up American citizens.
It made me remember that person who ICE went to go get, and that motherfucker returned the favor. They put the Uno reverse and locked their ass up. They held ICE hostage. Let me see what else I got.
What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck is going on in the USA?
What you are witnessing here is going viral because it debunks the official story of what the Canada Food Inspection Agency said as to the reason why they need to unalive 100+ ostriches. Listen to this freaking story. A year ago, they said, one of your birds tested positive. We have to call the whole herd. They said, no. There was a big fight. The government got involved. They sent in police, blah, 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 broke it up. And they took these freaking ostriches down the road, built a hay bale prison for them, and then stood on the hay bales shooting down at them to unalive one by one, picking them off.
Now, first off, I didn't even recognize. I was like, this Canada. What the fuck they doing over there? I'm like, is the birds first? They finna do a study with the birds first?
But here's the crazy part. If they were concerned that these birds had some ailment, the bird flu that could spread all over the place, it's been 2 days that these birds have been laying in an open field for wildlife to come and scavenge and spread this ailment around. Now keep in mind, these birds did not test positive. One tested positive a year ago. These birds were perfectly healthy.
Now, I don't know if they're eating ostrich over there in Canada. That's the real shit, but Canada close to the U.S. It sit on top of it, no? You think they got some type of ally about the food? I don't know why this making me think of food, but I'm just saying.
This shows you how much they really care. What is really going on behind the scenes? Is it about controlling the food supply? Controlling agriculture?
It is. I just said that. I listened to this earlier, but that's not it, right? Bitch, barely listening, right? I'm telling you what it is. He said what it is. That's what it is, because it's making me feel like I said experimenting or something, but controlling the food supply. Like I said, do they eat this right here? Not only that, like that's all I can come up with.
You're controlling livestock. You know?
And that's another thing. We need to start listening to our intuition.
They want all that top-down controlled by basically AI at some point, so it makes sense to chip away at people's rights to have their own creatures under a bogus test. By the way, British Columbia is the same place, at least in Kelowna, that they make you cut your apple trees down unless you spray them with pesticides. You got two options. If you have an apple tree on your land, you either spray it with pesticides, you have to, and it's got to be registered, or they...
And also, I know, is it the FDA? They say the pesticides is now going to have a forever chemical, whatever the fuck that supposed to mean.
Cut it down. They say it's to protect all the other apple trees and fruit trees in the region. But that's kind of like, if all the other trees are sprayed with pesticides, shouldn't they be protected? That reminds me of, mine doesn't work unless you have yours.
Exactly. If every tree is already sprayed, it cannot happen to it. So now my tree not being sprayed, something supposed to happen to it. Exactly. Don't worry about my motherfucking tree. You trying to what is that Jedi mind trick and say something supposed to happen to the other trees? It's something already happened to them. They spray with pesticide.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more. Now, this is just one example of the elements of control that they like to exert over us. They need us in a lower state of consciousness to reach their end goals, which come a little ways past 2030.
That goes back to when they said the rules. It's making me feel like home association rules or some shit. I know y'all sick of that shit too. But yeah, they tell you some shit that don't make no fucking sense. It was a man crying by his sidewalk. He had to shovel the sidewalk or the snow, but if somebody fell on the snow, now it's his right. Some shit. Oh my God, now you gotta sue me? Nah, I sue the motherfucking state, bitch.
That's why there's so many chemicals in the food, air, and water supply. They need us in a lowered state of consciousness. It's how it works. It's about your consciousness. If you think it might be time
And not only that, they done shot all the birds dead. Why they couldn't just spray and never mind?
to start detoxing some of this crazy stuff. Right now, Chalk is giving away free superfoods.
This shit crazy.
Have you guys heard the crazy conspiracy theory of what Disney allegedly did to their old movies? How they used to have the big...
This is going to take me back to when I just said it's for the food, what Canada doing, and I said this shit crazy, and here he go.
Puffy clouds like this, you know, in all of these movies, just big puffy, godly looking clouds. And then paid an editor to go in and change all of these movies from like decades and decades old movies to go and change, not all of them, but a lot of them, to make it appear like these were the clouds that now, clouds like this. I mean, do you think Disney would do something like this, guys? I mean, after employing, you know, Maxwell to help recruit kids.
And all we can think about, I'm tired of talking though, we need to do something, y'all. But all I can think about is when we start noticing planes flying by spraying shit. When the fuck did we start noticing this? And we like, oh, okay. Then they even came by spraying neighborhoods. I ain't never in my life seen them come by spraying the neighborhoods and shit. Like, yeah, in the trucks, and they spray like 4 days in the fucking morning. It's supposed to be for mosquitoes and shit, right?
Into this Club 33. Disney would never do something like this. But then doing a little research, like with Cars, how it started like this, and then switched over to this, and then along with these, like, no. And then the latest rendering image of the Castle Edition with the swoop, right there, the swoop that could possibly be a chemtrail. I wonder how much time and money that would cost for Disney to do something like that, to gaslight and manipulate the world to think that we have been seeing that the whole time watching Disney. Disney wouldn't do something like that, would they?
One of my clients, one of my patients, is a producer in Hollywood. Kriegte vor 2 Jahren, 2 years ago, he received a task from Disney. Alle alten Disney go over and edit all the old Disney movies to put into the scenes of the sky these stripes. So when people see a Disney movie also today, wenn dann die Leute these stripes being formed on the sky today only as of late, then they will say, look at die gleichen Streifen drin. Look at this movie here from 1954. There are the same stripes at the sky. Die Streifen sind ein natürliches Phänomen. That then convince people that the stripes are a natural phenomenon.
I'm so tired of being motherfucking convinced. That's why I don't vote. I don't want to do shit, tell me shit. Nah, I just want to live and be able to go where the fuck we want to go. But then it's like y'all gonna have to be able to learn how to act out here. Just learn how to act and go. The motherfuckers you can't control, and that's now we looking at that's who the fuck you need to go get. Don't be worried about me.
Mein Patient hatte für $60 million bekommen. My patient received for this job $60 million.
Have you guys heard the crazy conspiracy?
60 fucking million. You know, bitch gonna do it. For 60 mil, they trying to get in on the game.
All right, so now eggs is not even safe. They are engineering eggs. They don't even come from real chickens.
This might be in China. You know they make everything in China.
They can make these eggs in a matter of minutes. They mix up a solution. They are actually they're handcrafting yolks. That's calcium they putting into the egg. They are engineering laboratory eggs. That's why if you really understand, like for people that try to go pure organic, and I even feel like our organic food is not even like organic.
It sounds like organic is where they started. Because organic, what is organic? It's not natural. They would just call it natural. Or what is organic?
But everybody knows anything white is not real.
Organic sound like clean and put together right. That's what this is. Organic. It sound like, ain't no damn flowers out there. Orchards, organic. I ain't even gonna Google organic. I don't give a damn.
Like if you go in the supermarket and you buying eggs, damn, even the brown eggs ain't safe. You know what? Never mind. I was going to say buy brown eggs, but yeah, your eggs ain't some of your.
What? Some of us had them double yolks, but it was like, damn, did the chicken have twins? I swear to God.
I don't know what's real and what's not at this point. Good luck. All right, so.
Yep, I remember having the white eggs and boiling them, and if you cook them for too long, they come out too hard. Like, right, hard-boiled eggs at this damn point. But now the inside not mushy. Can't make no potato salad.
Now eggs is not even safe.
Let me see, just a few more. I could put some light in this bitch, but I guess that's another video. I came here to show y'all. This still going.
Snow. Got the snow.
So this is about 5 years old at this fucking point. Not this video. I'm pretty sure this is recent, but nah, they've been dropping this fake ass snow for a good 8 years now.
This is so wild. Okay. Got the snowball, right? Set this phone up so you can see this.
And I'm just thinking, I never lived in snow, but it just had to be some type of, somebody had to notice, because growing up in snow, right? They had to notice.
Watch this.
I'm pretty sure they never did this type of shit, but what made the motherfucker start burning snow, right?
See it? It's not melting. Look at it, it's burning.
It's making me think people used to eat it.
It's literally burning. No water coming off. It's supposed to be snow, right? Look at this. Look at it. What is this? Do not let your kids eat this. I wouldn't even let them play in this. This is all chemicals, and it stinks. It smells like burning plastic. This is horrible.
So I'm like, this is why we recycle.
You see it? Burnt. Snow.
I remember at one point I ain't recycle. I recycle. Now it made me want to not recycle anymore. Well, y'all heard of this? I think this is important.
He saved your life. Now you didn't even offer him a word of thanks. And now you're suing him? What is wrong with you?
A man who saved a woman from being hit by a car is now facing sexual harassment allegations. 32-year-old Daniel Reed noticed a woman, Jessica Moore, walking straight onto the road while looking down at her phone. A car was heading straight for her, seconds away from impact. Daniel reacted instantly. grabbing her and pulling her back just as the vehicle zoomed past. Surveillance footage confirmed that his actions prevented a serious accident. But here is the twist. Jessica filed a formal complaint alleging that Daniel's actions were inappropriate and violated her personal space. Her legal team argues that even in emergency situations, you do not have the right to touch another person without consent. Daniel is in shock. He thought he was saving a life and maintains he had no ulterior motives. The video clearly shows him releasing her immediately after pulling her to safety. The case has sparked a nationwide debate. Millions believe Daniel deserves praise, not punishment. Daniel insists his sole intention was to save a life. Do you think he did the right thing?
I've been told y'all dinosaurs. We could do this.
I don't think dinosaurs existed. I think the Matrix made them up completely. So the Matrix is
Animated characters.
telling us that these creatures lived from 240 to 66 million years ago. All right? And they got wiped out because an asteroid hit the Earth and created an ice age. And you guys understand that this is fake information, right?
It made me remember space when they go out of space and shit.
This is evolutionary propaganda. And also, they created these creatures in order to hide the fact that giants existed because they found giant, bones in these burial mounds. And the Smithsonian was like, you know what, we need to explain away why these giant humanoid bones are here. So let's just say these reptile creatures lived millions of years ago. And that'll solve it because they believe everything we say. They'll take that, okay? LIES. Okay, you guys know what that spells, right? Cap. Look at this. The T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, completely disproportionate. How is he holding his upper body? Hold on, let me show you. Look where his legs are, his tail back there, and then look at all that weight up there. So, the tail is gonna balance this way. If he falls, how does he get up? With those little arms. He just pivots off of his head. It just seems like he's not built right. He's bad built. And I don't think these creatures are real. I don't think God made any of these things. And these are all casts. They just pour some type of resin or whatever in a cast to create these bones. I don't think any of this stuff is real. And then the false.
It made me think of even the giants, but how big? I don't know. I can't tell you. Right, I don't believe shit y'all say no more. So I ain't trying to figure out how big the average motherfucking person is. Then you talking about like a giant? Y'all made that shit up too.
Fuels from these dinosaurs, right? Fossil fuels originate from the remains of ancient plants and animals that were buried under layers of rock and sediment over millions of years. So it's rare. You better, salvage it because it takes a long time to get new fossil fuels, right? That's fake information. Fossil fuels allegedly are not renewable. I think there's an unlimited supply of these fuels, but they want to create a scarcity mindset and have control over the supply and jack up the prices. So they'll say it takes a long time to create new fossil fuels, but in reality, it's unlimited. But they don't want you to know that. And then people say, we know how old these bones are because of carbon dating. No, carbon dating is only reliable up to 50,000 years. Okay, because of carbon-14's half-life. So even if these bones were real, you wouldn't even be able to tell how old they actually are because carbon dating is unreliable. I don't think any of this. I think these are all fake.
I think the messed up part is we can see it's animated because we grown, but for them to try to make us believe that dinosaurs were real, right? That's so crazy.
All made up creatures.
Mythical, my bad. Y'all want to do that?
I don't think 50,000 years. Okay, because of carbon-14's half-life. So even if these bones were real, you wouldn't even be able to tell how old they actually are because carbon dating is unreliable. I don't think any of this. I think these are all fake. These are all made up creatures, mythical. I don't think.
Now this is what I got tired of scrolling and seeing. Wait, we can see this? Hold on.
All right, who's going to jail? That's all I want to know. Because it started with it was safe and effective and do your part and do it for grandma and you'll get a burger and a donut.
I just think about my stepfather because I know for sure he was taking a vaccine and it was something else. It was the flu shot. It's the flu shot and the vaccine. And I know he ended up with lung. Like everything failed on his motherfucking body.
If you do it, and you'll get to eat with your loved ones.
And then the good thing is about them, for them to say it's just natural causes at one point. Like, especially if they're taking all this shit, you can't even figure out where shit come from. So you can't blame it on something.
If you do it, and you get to keep your job if you do it, and you get to go see your dying loved ones, and then they're...
That's the fucked up part. When they start issuing the COVID, I knew something was wrong. Because when they told me I had to get the COVID in order to do this, to do that, what the fuck? But what the fuck? Why? It's nothing. First of all, everybody don't get COVID, and you can get rid of COVID, right? You eat the shit, and it ain't no fucking cure for it. Man, shut up, man. But then y'all keep forcing shit on people, and then that's when y'all should have got the light bulb. But everybody just want to take, well, you need to be able to do this and that. Why is you so fucking brainwashed? Now you see the government ain't no motherfucking good. I dare them to tell you to do a motherfucking thing, bitch. Lift a pinky, bitch. And I dare you to do it. Exactly. Y'all need to just stop listening to them. We all finna stand the fuck up against their ass. For real. The first thing it said is leave the country. That's how you stand up. Because we can't just stand up here and they swear they own this shit. It say get the fuck out they motherfucking shit and leave their ass lonesome, bitch. Let them take. That's what they want to do anyway. Imagine if we all left this motherfucking country and then start tearing shit down and rebuilding. But now they gonna have fun, they motherfuckers. So you gonna see who over here having motherfucking fun instead of on Epstein Island, bitch.
Funeral if you do it, and if you get the thing, then you won't get it, I promise. And you won't give it to others, I promise. Oh, and your kids should get it. And oops, sorry, we were wrong, so now you need to keep getting more. And you're dangerous and crazy if you don't get them. Oh, and that heart problem and those seizures and that...
That's what I'm hearing. You're crazy if you do. That's the sad part.
Autoimmune condition and that stroke and those menstrual and fertility issues and those reactions and that death. Oh yeah, that's not related. Well, how do you know? Oh, it's just not related. Stop being one of those racist anti-vaxxers. Follow the science. And now here's how it's going in 2025. The FDA is planning to put a black box warning on COVID shots by the end of 2025. Now, what is a black box warning, you might ask? It's the strongest type of safety alert issued by the FDA for prescription or over-the-counter medications. It highlights serious or potentially life-threatening risks associated with a drug based on medical studies or evidence of preventable adverse effects. So again, the question we should all be asking right now is who the fuck is going to jail? Because you coerced and manipulated and lied to the entire world. And some of the people in my life that I love more than anything got a vaccine that you told them was safe and effective. And now you're admitting that it's not. With the most consequential risks associated with it. Kaylor, move on. Get over it. Yeah, that's exactly what a manipulative, narcissistic psychopath says after they lied to you and it all starts to get exposed. So respectfully, shut the fuck up. And admit that you were wrong. And pray that justice doesn't come after you. But it will if me and my people have anything to do with it. And that's the fucking vibe today, baby. Alright, who's going to...
My point is, he's talking about who going to jail and millions of motherfuckers, right, they ain't dead in jail or some shit. Fuck going to jail, bitch. Right, y'all too lenient for me. That's why I'm telling you. Alright, so we gonna add that in the mix, but I can't hear. Everybody's so aggressive. Man, what in the fuck?
All right, boys. So before I got on my freaking airplane ride, my Spirit Airlines ride, I went around looking, right? And I was taking videos and I was like, oh, Palantir's going to freaking love this. But so I was looking for anyone fueling planes, right? I went and I found this truck. I was like, oh man, I wish he'd be fueling. I wonder how much fuel that thing holds, right? I looked it up, okay? I think it's about a 5,000 gallon fuel truck. So let's say it 5,000 gallons just to make everything easy, right? Most of Spirit Airlines planes are these A320s or whatever, different versions of them. So I'm pretty sure I was on one of those. And it looks like it's like, you know, let's say roughly 5,000. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. It's only 5,000 gallons of fuel that they're putting in these planes, right? Even though things like the Airbus A380, dude, look, they're saying that they put 85,000 gallons of fuel in those. Like, come on, what are you talking about? What is 85,000 divided by 5,000? They're saying they put 17 of these fucking trucks in there, okay? Okay, so that's a big plane, right? Let's just assume they're putting one of these trucks in my size plane, my little, it's only one floor. These A380s or whatever, they got double deckers, right? So my plane can, at the very least, hold a whole 5,000 gallon truck full of fuel, supposedly, right? So why are they showing up with this? What the hell is that? Look, again, Jet A fuel, okay? Where's the, what is it? They're not putting 5,000 gallons of fuel into this wing. And then don't even get me started on the fact that they say it's in the wings, dude, right?
So both of them said Jet A fuel. So maybe like he was pointing out the double decker planes get the fuel and they get.
Think about it. You're a big old jet airliner. You're going, what does water do?
Why is those fuel tanks out there basically?
Jet fuel do when it tips?
Maybe to fuel those trucks up. I know that's right.
It all sloshes, okay? So if you're sloshing it around, do you really want that in the fucking wings? Minus that, if you ever watch outside of the plane wing or the plane windows, what are these wings doing? They're going. You putting flammable fuel inside of a floppy little wing noodle? What are you talking about? Then also, how long would it take to put 5,000 gallons of fuel? How long does it take to put 10 gallons of fuel in your truck, right? This hose, not that big. It's not that big, right? So this guy was there for like 3 minutes. What the frick are they trying to pull on us? 5,000 gallons of fuel? BS, dude. And I'm not crazy. I'm not saying that we enter like a hyperbaric chamber and they put us to sleep and it's all 3D. I'm saying this bitch is flying on sky electricity, and that's what they're hiding from us. These things get started on the ground. I don't even think the plane starts them. I think they have a machine that starts these turbines, and then they just run from electricity. Fuck their fuel. Love you. Bye.
This shit is crazy.
Not enough people are freaking out about this. The Earth has just reached its first climate change tipping point. There was a report released on Monday. Researchers said that because of warming ocean temperatures, that warm water coral reefs such as Australia's Great Barrier Reef have reached a point of no return. It has only declined from here. Somehow there are still some of you who don't believe in climate change. You think it's just some kind of hoax. It is not some kind of hoax. I don't understand how you can't comprehend that. I know that there's propaganda coming out that people like Donald Trump or these mega corporations are making it seem like it's not a big deal or it's not a thing. It is a thing. It is a thing. Temperatures are rising, which is causing these ocean waters to become warmer and warmer, and they cannot support the coral reefs. We have glaciers that are melting, storms, floods, everything's happening at this violent, crazy rate, and the planet cannot sustain it, and it's because of capitalism. Capitalism is not sustainable. For capitalism to thrive, we need to deforest. We need to have carbon emissions be greater than.
And that's exactly, you heard what he said, deforest. We going to that next.
And none of these companies are. For capitalism to thrive, we need to deforest. We need to have carbon emissions be greater than ever. And none of these companies are fucking doing their due diligence to protect the planet. All they care about is profits. And it's at the expense of all of us. At the expense of all life in the universe that we know to be. It thrives on Earth, and we are destroying Earth. We have reached a point of no return. What don't you understand about that? We have to get at these corporations that are destroying the fucking planet for profit. It is not okay. I don't understand how you think it's some kind of fucking hoax. It's literally not. This is our planet. This is our life. This is existence itself, okay? A point of no return? Can you
Some people don't care about existence. This is crazy.
comprehend what that fucking means? God damn, wake up! Not enough people.
So remember how he was just saying tearing down all the trees in the forest? I should say capitalism. This shit crazy as fuck.
Another bacteria were sprayed over the San Francisco Bay Area in California in order to determine how vulnerable a city like San Francisco might be to a bioweapon attack. They killed 1 American and put 10 more in the hospital. This bacteria affects the gut, the respiratory issues, and the urinary tract. Now, the person who died had a pre-existing thing, and so they were trying to say, like, none of this is confirmed. But then the military confirmed in a Senate hearing that this is actually an experiment that they did. And so they weren't held liable for anything because you can't definitively correlate the introduction of the bacteria to, like, that's definitely what got this person. Yeah. But it is beyond doubt admitted that they put bacteria in the air to test if the entire San Francisco region was susceptible to a biological warfare attack. So the reason they said it was okay to do is because this specific bacteria isn't bad enough to make people actually sick. They were testing a delivery system.
Give us laughing gas or something. Give us something fun.
But that's what's crazy. 10 people, like, hospital stays, and 1 of them died, and it's like, well, that was just a test and a risk we were willing to run.
It is either there's something sinister happening or the biggest coincidence ever that across the whole nation, people were like, dude, this is weird fog. What's up with this fog? And then 2 weeks later,
another bacteria.
December 20th, 2025 here in Chemtrail Hill. And I woke up this morning and I saw a little bit of sunshine shining through the blinds of my bedroom, and I thought, oh wow, we're going to have a rare blue sunny sky for once in southwestern PA. Then I got up and came outside, and then I laughed and I laughed because, you know, we have to laugh, right? We have to laugh at the wiles of the devil and how pathetic he is, or we'll go mad. He knows his time's short. His army of reprobates that are doing this to us, their time's short as well. But, you know, this will drag you down right off the bat when you come out and see this every day, but I'm not going to let it today. The devil's pathetic.
Why? And they know that. I didn't know. That's damn near brainwashing and playing with your energy. I didn't even understand that because they live in a beautiful place, right? And then all of a sudden they walk outside and all this shit is in the fucking sky. Are you serious?
And his army of reprobates is equally pathetic. So, enjoy your time here while you destroy God's creation and everything that is beautiful in this world. You're not going to be here for long. Don't let it...
Right. People don't live, like, people live long, but some people don't. These motherfuckers need to go on now. I'm ready to take a bitch down. I want to shoot a plane out the sky, bitch.
Get you down, people. Stay positive. It's a spiritual battle. You got to know that first and foremost. I struggle with it all too daily, but that's a message I want to get out. You got to stay positive. Be on the side of good. Expose evil any chance you can get. That's my best advice. Whether it's exposing the skies or the evils of our corrupt government and all these evil satanic politicians that are just getting away with absolutely everything these days. Expose them. Expose them while you're here so you can kneel before God on Judgment Day and say that you spit in the face of evil every chance you got. Best advice I could give you. Try to have a good Saturday. Stay blessed.
Yeah, it's like you see the evilness and you don't participate. That's how I look at it. You don't do the shit.
Oh! Hold on here. Keep your fucking hands off of him, lady. Keep your hands.
Yeah, I want to see that one. Most of them was chemtrails. I mean, it was just like, what the fuck I keep? Oh, this one good right here. Hold on, a couple of these, huh? Hold on.
Going on now, but you can see it. See how she's spraying and leaning over screaming?
Wow. Oh my gosh.
You're all right, boo-boo.
So this is her belly and her legs. This is her legs, y'all. And this is the belly.
This is her belly. And she like she's leaning over backwards.
Oh my
Actually, it looked like somebody was
holding her,
It looked like she was chocolate shoes over there.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be that white lady when she caught with the husband. That what they say not supposed to.
Oh my gosh. Because when I'm driving on 95 and I see trees and I love nature and I'm pulled by it and I.
You remember that when about the dinosaurs and the giants? This made me think about, that's why I don't believe in giants. I don't know how big people are, but it's just a natural size. Now they talking about gigantic, like I don't know what a giant is. Who you talking about?
See figures and images in trees, and I know what I'm seeing is connecting me to the spirit realm. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you can literally.
You can see it.
Look at her kneecaps. Oh my gosh.
Going on now, but you can see it. See how she was spraying and leaning over.
AI can't read cursive. AI can't read cursive. It never will be able to read cursive. Because everybody's handwriting is different. Which is probably the reason why they took handwriting out of.
Wow. I'm starting back writing my shit. I like cursive. I think that's all I got for y'all. This one was important.
I was so excited to ride the dolphins until this happened.
Oh.
Watch as the dolphins take everyone away. It's my turn now. The dolphin kept shaking no. I was told to change. Went back no bottoms. He still says no. Instructors asked if I had any surgeries.
Gotta be proud.
No problem with the next person, only me. We found out the dolphin didn't want to hurt me. So I got to learn something new. And got a personalized experience. It was amazing. I was so excited.
What the fuck is a dolphin? Like, is them dolphins still out there in the ocean, or y'all got them all at the goddamn? This is the last one. Oh, I did see this.
See, I'm gonna point out this uncomfortable truth and uncomfortable hypocrisy that a lot of y'all men be on. In your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, even older than that, you see fit to being attracted to these women that's 18 years old. But how come you don't have any 18-year-old homeboys? How come you don't have any 18-year-old homeboys that you hang out with, that you kick it with? You don't want to hang out with the YNs? Let me guess. They're immature for their age. They're not on your level. You can't relate to them. But how can you relate to an 18-year-old woman? Right. Let me guess. She legal? Or what's the other talking? Man, she mature for her age. That's how I know that y'all know. You know it ain't right. If you're not going to have 18-year-old homeboys, 19-year-old homeboys, how come you going to see fit to being attracted to an 18-year-old woman, 19-year-old woman? Right. You're a weirdo. Right. You're pervert. Right. You're a failure. Right. you're a loser.
Right.
See, I'm gonna point out this.
Yeah, it's real. I had a young homegirl live next door to me, and she wasn't my homegirl. She was my next door neighbor. But it was questionable because I didn't want to hang out with her. Even how she acted, you know, she was taking my charge, and the kids was irresponsible. Bring the bitch back. Don't let them take her to something. Find her to something. And it was like, nah, I ain't got time for this. But that was the only young person. I don't know no other young motherfuckers that just be around. But now it's the opposite sex. I don't know. To each his own, boy. Y'all gonna figure this shit out. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. Love you. See you next time.